On July 13th, 2024, an attempt was made on the life of the 45th President of the United States and potentially 47th, Donald Trump. The thankfully failed assassin fired a handful of bullets from an AR-15 off of a nearby rooftop, one of which nicking the president in his right ear. The Secret Service was then able to retaliate with one of their snipers, ending the threat at about 3,200 feet per second. But while this assassination attempt was unsuccessful, it started a whole host of conspiracy theories on the internet and raised a lot of questions really about ballistics amongst other things. So given that recreating historical assassinations is something that we do quite a lot on the channel, we figured that we might be able to shed some light on some of these subjects that are currently in heavy debate in the ballistics of the situation. Now, this is the first time we've ever tackled a situation like this where the person in question is still alive, not only still alive, but still actively running for president. But I do think we have the capability to add a lot of productive data to the conversation in an educational manner, while also giving the situation the seriousness and respect that I think it dictates. At least as much as we're capable. So there's three main things that I want to address today. First two are demonstrations to kind of dispel a lot of conspiracy theories right now, and the third is for fun. The first is showing how a shot like this is not only difficult to stage, but given the equipment, pretty much damn well impossible. The second is to address the internet armchair experts who think that an AR-15 is so deadly that even a shot on the ear would have been an instant kill and that it was faked with blood packets or fucking aliens, I don't know. So we're gonna replicate the shot on the ear to show exactly what happens in that situation. Now the third thing, it's just because I think it's really cool, we're gonna be replicating the return shot on the shooter from the Secret Service sniper rifle. We didn't have to do this, but to be honest, I like the old-fashioned movies where the bad guy gets his comeuppance at the end, so I feel like it's a pretty good finale. And it's gonna look hella good in slow motion. And as always, when we do a spicier video like this, my friends are more than willing to help.
Bye, career.
I don't know why the fuck they wanted to be associated with this one, but they volunteered anyway, so it should be a fun day. This is the AR-15. As you can tell, very effective weapon. This particular iteration is a semi-automatic civilian legal version. This one in particular is kind of more of a budget gun with an optic mounted slightly too far forward, which is exactly what it looked like the shooter had as well. Now, to a competent person, making a shot on a target that is man-sized at about 130, 150 yards, not that difficult. Pretty much any experienced shooter can do that on their bad day. That's also assuming that the average competent shooter has one thing that the would-be assassin did not: more muscle mass than a 7th grade cheerleader. But now what internet experts are trying to claim is that it was an inside job, it was staged, and that the shooter very intentionally only hit him in the ear to, you know, boost his ratings and such. Now with the shooter using an even worse AR-15, it was like an old DPMS, which is just pretty garbage tier to be honest, and a red dot with no magnification. I'm gonna show you exactly what that shot would have looked like from the shooter's perspective, and then you can judge for yourself how easy that shot would have been to stage. So we have our stand-in ballistic dummy target here, and we are going to walk back and pace out about 130 yards. It was between, I believe, 130 to 150 yards is where the shot was taken. Let's go on the inside of that and do 130 just to give the most benefit of the doubt here. For context, this is approximately 130 yards. See what that looks like down the sight. So we were just back there at like 130 yards trying to get that through the dot. Would any of you stand at 130 yards and let me take a shot on your ear?
I wouldn't let you do that at 2 yards.
Well, that's just because you're a pussy. Because the other thing that, like, trying to explain to people on the internet, especially the experts on Twitter, they don't understand, like, MOA. So, like, when you have a garbage tier AR-15, that's, you know, a DPMS from fucking 15 years ago that was his dad's gun, you're doing like a 2 to 3 MOA. So 3 inches, let's say, at 100 yards, some would say too much. 3 inches at 100 yards is now at 150, that's 4.5 inches difference. You know what's suspiciously 4.5 inches to the left of your right ear? Yeah.
Wait, which way?
There's air. Hang on. You absolutely, like, this dot covered a good chunk of the head at that distance, at 130. Yeah, no bipod, super elevated heart rate, no magnification. So a lot of people were saying like, well, yeah, you could just zoom in a scope like Call of Duty, huh? No, it's not a scope. This is not like a fucking sniper weapon. This right here is a 1 magnification. So it's 0 mag. It's literally just looking through a piece of glass with a dot on it. So yeah, now hopefully you have a better idea of why saying that the ear shot was specifically staged using that setup at like 150 yards is just fucking stupid, frankly. But speaking of fucking stupid, there's another conspiracy theory that, of course, Trump was not hit by a bullet because bullets, you know, expand and they have, you know, a crazy temporary cavity and it would have taken his whole head off and all sorts of shit. And he was hit by flying glass that came from fucking, I don't know, it's Twitter. So we're gonna recreate to the best of our ability the path of the bullet going through a small strip of flesh, the ear here, and show exactly what that would do to a human ear. Now, in order to actually capture the bullet as it's grazing through the ear, we would need some serious high speed, maybe even ballistic high speed.
Did someone say high speed?
I don't know why they keep doing that.
Why did you invite us,
It's like a bit or something, I don't. So 100,000 frames per second, that should be plenty enough to catch a bullet like that, because it's traveling at what, 3,000 feet a second? Roughly.
So this will slow down time 3,000 to 4,000 times slower than normal.
Perfect, well, let's get to it, guys.
Let's do it.
Now, we don't really care about distance on this one since, I mean, the ballistics are gonna be negligible. If anything, closer distance should do more damage. So if this just rips right through the ear like it did in real life, then that should definitively prove it. So let's, I just wanna make sure we get the most accurate shot possible. Firing.
Did I see a jiggle?
Did you? Oh, I barely clipped the ear. I clipped it right on the side, not on the top. I clipped him like right there in the middle.
We're gonna have to look for like a vibration. Oh,
yep, there it was.
It. Oh, you definitely grazed the ear.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Whoa.
Damn.
That was like edge of the bullet.
Yeah. I know. That was, I think we could get closer. Yeah, so I think he actually got hit right up here. Okay. The bullet impact was right there. You could see where it just grazed the very edge of like the middle of his ear. So but we're gonna try to go for the meat.
What I find the most interesting is that the whole head is still there.
That's kind of crazy. I thought it would have disappeared. Firing. Oh yeah, I think that was it. Oh yeah, that was the fucking money shot right there.
That's a perfect sim there.
How's his head still connected?
I don't know, this is crazy. I don't think a bullet actually hit him.
Like his neck's not broken, I don't...
Where do you get the glass to cut
I'm taking
it?
ballistic out of my name because I clearly don't understand them.
Oh, that was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Piercing.
Yo.
Dude. That's wild.
What'd they say? Don't get your ears pierced at Claire's?
When Trump said it felt like he got hit by something, you can see the vibration. It'd feel like someone kind of slapped you on the ear.
I was just going to say, I'm actually personally surprised that it had that much temporary cavity, that much expansion.
But notice how the head is still there.
Yeah. Yeah, if you play it all in full speed, it's like, well, that's very unfucking impressive.
Right.
But
I mean, everybody's making fun of his ear bandage in his speech, saying like, oh, he's wearing a big bandage for sympathy or whatever. You just saw his ear explode from cavitation from getting hit by a gun, like.
Yeah, it looked okay, because I know he was golfing the next day, which talk about fucking Chad energy right there.
I mean, Evander Holyfield finished the round, so I mean.
Yeah, well, to be fair. You got, you know, assassination attempt at 8, but you've got a tea time at 9 a.m. Like, yeah, what you gonna do? A lot of people talk about how Trump turned his head at the last minute, and that's what saved his life. And it's really easy to see. Like, there's graphics and shit of it, but now that we have a ballistic dummy here, you can actually plainly see the trajectory the bullet took to go through the ear the way that it did. If his head was tilted the way that it was before he went to go look at that graph, it's hitting a lot of, you know, the really important lizard brain stuff that makes you, you know, continue to breathe. So him turning his head at the last minute got a lot of the vital part of his brain out of the way of that bullet, which is just, I mean, talk about luck. We might be having a very different conversation had that not been the case. I think that is what would qualify as too soon. Speaking of too soon, you want to gank the shooter?
Oh, God, yes.
So now let's talk about something that the Secret Service would have been using to take out the nameless nerd and virgin. This right here is an Accuracy International 300 Win Mag. Accuracy International was like the Lamborghini of bolt guns as far as like not getting something stupid custom done. Very, very nice rifle. I've been shooting this setup a little bit this last couple days. Fucking amazing gun. Better be, because they're like 15 grand. Got our 300 Win Mag Spicy Boys right here. Gonna load it on up. Keep the bolts open though for now. Got a Badger Ordnance scope mount with a Night Force ATAC scope, topped off with an RRS tripod. These things are very expensive and very nice. I've never really shot with one before the last couple days, and it is amazing. It's really like cheating. Now I know how they were able to pop that shot off so quick and so accurately after the first round was fired. It's a funny story. I bought this whole setup from EuroOptic, and I was not paying very close attention because I knew I needed to get this video out quickly. So I was in a rush. I bought an Accuracy International bolt gun, and I didn't realize I bought the wrong one. I bought one with a left-handed bolt, not super useful to a right-handed shooter like me. I called up EuroOptic, told them the situation. I got somebody on the phone in like 30 minutes. They helped me out. Not because I had a contact there. I was a random customer who spent my own money on this gun, and I fucked up. Their shipping guys got it squared away right off the bat, and I had it in time for the video. Then we told them what we were doing with the video, and they wanted to be a part of it, so they actually ended up sending us out this tripod and really just hooking us up. So we really appreciate EuroOptic for not only just having a great customer service experience, like genuinely I was impressed, but also just for a genuinely good customer service experience and for helping us get all this stuff out here in time to film this video. So we really appreciate EuroOptic for helping us out with this. Show them some love, please. Now, you wanna see somebody's head pop? POV, you see this popping up over a slanty roof. So now the fun part, we're going to replicate the shot that Secret Service took on the would-be assassin here. Not 100% clear, judging by some of the photos that I've seen, exactly where he was shot and where it exited, so I'm gonna take some creative liberty. I know he was shot in the head. So now we're gonna see in about 100,000 frames per second exactly what was going through his head. So he kind of looks like Harry Potter now that I think about it.
Why is his teeth so straight?
Yeah, his teeth are kind of straight.
What is that, a jaw? This isn't accurate.
I need to kind of carve some of that away, make it a little flatter down here. Kind of concave his head in a little bit. Don't worry, we'll do that part actually in here in a second.
Yeah, I think the 300 Win Mag will take good care of him.
Godspeed, little asshole.
Without further ado, let's go ahead and take this shot. Firing. 3, 2, 1. I think we hit him. Wow. Holy shit.
That is violent.
That's graphic.
His brain.
Brain's laying on the ground back here.
Oh, that looks more like his jawline. Bet you won't do that again. Dude, that is genuinely like a fucking 3,200 feet per second decapitation.
Oh, he fell down.
I can't. A loud noise was heard and he fell.
Wait till you see this.
Based on how fucking cool it looked 150 yards away, it's gonna look pretty cool.
That looks just like him.
Jesus Christ. Well, it looked like him at some point in his life.
Oh.
That looks more like him now.
So you did clip the glasses.
Oh, really?
You can see
Okay,
it.
good, good. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it shattered it.
I was aiming for the glasses. The
Yeah,
left
you hit
side
him, like,
glasses.
right here on the bridge of it.
Oh, it's turning his all the force is still pulling his skull backwards. through
Oh
his
yeah, because
skull.
I hit him technically on his
he was
right
saying,
side, so he
go watch
spun.
it.
Well, so the death photo didn't quite look like that, but we were also using like ballistic tip shit and all. Yeah.
It ignites stuff inside of his head. Right?
Yo, yeah, it
yeah,
absolutely
that's
does. You see the flash.
So I don't know
That's
if
probably the metal off of the.
It's the radio the CIA was playing the messages through.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Woo!
Well, I believe the president is safe. Not gonna lie, I was a little graphic. That was probably a little unnecessary. But hopefully some of the stuff that we talked about today dispels a few of the myths. There's a lot of misinformation going around. A lot of people who really don't know what they're talking about, weighing in and spreading a lot of conspiracy stuff that really doesn't make sense. And, you know, while stuff like this is kind of fun in a way that, you know, doing science is fun, doing ballistic stuff is kind of fun, I think it does kind of go without saying that the message that we're trying to get out here today is just data, trying to put right some conspiracy theories and things going around. This isn't any sort of message toward political violence. I shouldn't have to say it, but that's obviously not what we're about. That's not what we're talking about today, and that's not the point of living in the greatest country in the world. We have a constitutional republic, a representative democracy where we're allowed to express our differences and decide together as a country at the ballot box exactly what direction we want this country to go in. That's the proper way to go about it, and if you think the alternative of taking innocent life is acceptable, or if that's the thing you should do, well, that's your fate. Anyhow, I had a lot of fun today. I appreciate the help of our friends over at Ballistic High Speed for helping us get that fucking amazing shot.
High-speed footage.
Delicious is a good word, I like it. But no, I appreciate you guys. You guys fucking suck. I don't know why I invite you to shit anymore, dude. Fuck you guys. I'll see you on the Unsubscribed podcast, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video, assuming I don't get a strike for this. I shouldn't, but that's never stopped them before. Appreciate it, guys.
Fury is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
All right, would any of you let me, fuck. What the fuck does it say? I have a boner. Oh, I have a boner RN right now. I thought it said I have a boner run.
Same. I mean,
He really likes nurses.
That would have been better.
wait, that one is slightly more threatening.
Yeah, it's like kind of a veiled threat.
Well,
Man, the media's gonna have a field day with this one.
Mama, I'm gonna be on the news.
That's what that kid thought.